Welcome back to Z-Man's EDC, YouTubers and fellow knife junkies. Uh, Today we're going to be doing a review of the Finch Devil's Finger. And I know it's been a while since I've posted any videos, so I definitely apologize for that. But let's take a look at this guy. We got this nice, I think they call it Sequoia Green micarta. Mine is kind of dried out, and it's not as dark in some spots as when you first get it, which I thought was interesting. I'll have to get some mineral oil for that. But let's take a look at this guy. You got your Finch badge like usual. This one is a deep carry wire pocket clip that is right or left side tip up only. And it's just real nice. I believe we got T6 body screws, T8 pivot. Love the aesthetics and shape of this guy, and I love this wire pocket clip. Got the dripping on the flipper tab back here, and the dripping back here, and the dripping on the top there. That snaps open real good. Got some stuff on the blade there. It's 154 cm, and it's got that kind of stonewash black DLC coating on there. It's kind of a drop point, spear point blade, kind of like the similar to the cherry bomb that came out, which I don't have yet. Real interesting blade, cool blade shape though. This thing is super sharp. And I love how they get that jimping on there so you can kind of choke up there when you want to on all the Finch knives. But it's got a good solid lockup on there. It's not as drop shutty as my Holiday or my Cimarron, but it's still pretty good. Pretty dead on centering blade center there. Blade centering. Wow. Words. See, don't do a video in a while and you can't talk. Ooh, I got it nice and dusty in there. I need to clean her out. But oops, let's see if we can. There's definitely some milling in there to knock down on the weight, and then all kinds of dust bunnies. I need to clean this one out. Apparently, I've been carrying it a lot in my pocket. But yeah, the action on this guy, it's not too bad. And you can light switch it, or you can push button it, and it seems to snap out even better with the push button. But yeah, it's just another great knife from Finch, man. They just did awesome on this guy. But let's get some measurements for you real quick, and we'll kind of get into some other things on here. So we got what, 7.25 overall. You got about 4.75 on the handle. Well, actually, let's get a more accurate. Yeah, about 4.25 on the handle. Blade length is about 3.5. Actual cutting edge is about just over 3, just barely. That's right at 3. It'd be pretty close. Now let's get a quick weight on it as I knock stuff over. Three ounces exactly. Whoo-wee. That's pretty damn spot on. Wow. All right. But yeah, they did a nice job with this. The ergos are fantastic. It's such a neutral handle that it's just, I mean, it's just easy to lock into it. I wish the jumping was a little farther forward. But I mean, I can still kind of go back a little bit on it. And then my thumb falls onto the jimping. But yeah, I mean, I got medium to large size glove hands, and as you can see, I got a little bit of room left on the end there. But yeah, it's just a good overall knife. I'm digging it. It's been a super good slicer for paper, cardboard, tape on the boxes, all that kind of stuff. Being a man's guy, I use my knife for a lot of different things. Usually cardboard and opening packages, stuff like that. So I like to get a good chunk of work out of them. You got a decent cutout for the lock bar. And some decent jumping on the lock bar. Snags your finger pretty good. Not too hard to access it or use it. Like that. And that clip. It's got some pretty damn solid retention on there. Jesus. I can barely get it. Yep. But it goes in and out of the pocket real easy, real good. I haven't had any problems with it sticking or anything. But yeah, I'm going to get some mineral oil for that my car to get her darkened back up. For sure. Let's get some size comparisons for you guys. Well, let's start with the standards. We got the PM2 and the Para 3. Kind of go pivot to pivot here so you can get a good look at them. Pretty darn spot on with the Para 3. Ooh, Finch has got a little bit more on the blade, it looks like. Maybe by a hair. I got the Benchmade bug out. Which is all kinds of dirty because I used the hell out of that thing. But yeah, pretty darn spot on with the size of the bug out. We got the Ontario Rat 2, or my R2D2 as I call it. Pretty dang spot on size there, so you guys can get a pretty good idea about the size of this knife now. Some of the ones I've shown you here. We got the QSP Penguin. So it's a pretty average, middle of the road knife size, as you guys can tell. Pretty spot on with a lot of these really good EDC knives that a lot of people love. A little bit longer than the CVV Elementum, and the blade and the handle. And then last but not least, we'll of course compare it to a couple of its counterparts here. There's the Finch Holiday. Pretty same length overall. Actually pretty about spot on, really. And then we got the Cimarron, which is definitely longer because the Cimarron is just one of those long, skinny, extra pokey, stabby knives that we love. So those are some comparisons for you. And then we'll get into overall thoughts. And I'm sorry, guys, I feel like I'm lacking a lot of information for you, but I'm kind of getting back in the swing here. But yeah, this mic card is real nice. It's got real good texture. We already talked about that and that. And we talked about the blade. I think I covered most everything I need to cover. I mean, I don't have really anything negative about this knife. I love it. It's just another great Finch knife from Finch. Then once again, they're knocking it out of the park, you know. It's just another killer knife, guys. I don't know what else to add, I guess. So we're just gonna go ahead and close this video out, and I'm just gonna, you guys stay safe out there, stay sharp, and I will catch you in the next one. All right.